Hello everybody, welcome to the very first episode of KuzilCraft, version 18, but just named 18 because it's for Minecraft 1.18. I want to do a playthrough with you guys, and I also want to do a bunch of instructional videos on the mods that are included in this mod pack to help you get better acquainted with the the mods themselves. That way you can kind of do your own thing. Like, I'm going to play through it and show you how I would go through things, but if you understand the mods that are included in here, and there's a bunch of them, then maybe you'll choose your own path. Alright, we're going to start off by creating a world. I've already gone through my settings and set the user interface scale. If you want to know how to do that, or if it's been a while and you don't remember how, go to options, video settings, and you can check GUI scale. That's graphic user interface scale. The default is pretty big for me, so I like to set it to 3. 1 is way too small, 2 is a little bit still too small, 3 is pretty perfect. You can set your brightness here. The old Minecraft had bright, it had neutral, and then it had moody. So I like to keep it on default. It used to be popular to set it to bright so you could see at night, but I kind of like the aesthetics and the feel of it dark and darkness. So it doesn't do well for videos though, so if it does turn out to be too dark, let me know in the comments and I'll change that to bright for you guys. The other thing I like to do is go to controls, make sure that my auto jump is off, because what this does is as you're going up to a block and you have auto jump on, it'll automatically jump up the block, sort of like you're stepping up stairs. I don't like that because when I'm building, it automatically jumps for me, and sometimes I don't like that. So you can also toggle your sprint here, so it'll stay on versus not stay on, that kind of thing. Same thing with sneak. I like to hold it. I'm just kind of used to that. And lastly, set your sound here. My personal preferences is keeping the music pretty low, mostly because it's just environmental. Music is good in Minecraft, but it doesn't need to be 100%. Friendly creatures for me has to be pretty low because the cows and the chickens and all that can kind of get overwhelming for me. I keep my weather low because of the rain. It rains a lot in Minecraft and the weather is just overpowering sometimes. I need my hostile creatures to be 100% because if a zombie is walking up behind me, or even worse, a creeper, I want to be able to hear their footsteps. Everything else is just kind of your choice. You can copy this if you like, or set your own. I would encourage you to find what's best for you. Alright, let's go ahead and create a single player world here. I'm going to call it KuzilCraft playthrough. Playthrough is a hyphenated word, but we're just going to keep it one word for now. Anyway, I'm going to do normal difficulty. We're going to do survival mode. I am going to allow cheats on, only because there could be some things that I did not flesh out in this game. So for example, let's say that there's a recipe that doesn't work. I would encourage you to play with cheats on and then just have no intentions of using the cheats. So I have no intentions of using the cheats, but I'm going to allow them just in case I come up on a recipe that doesn't work. That's what that's for. You can set more world options if you want. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to hit create world, and we're going to go through and see what this is like. I'll be back when this is done. Okay, so we are spawned in, the world is building, and we are really close to water and in a very colorful biome. This is one of the first mods. This regions unexplored, I think is what it's called, and this is a Mauve Hills. Let's just drop down here. Yeah, regions unexplored. So probably not going to take this. I have no use for purple wood. Probably not going to take this. Anyway, alright, let's jump off of here and head over towards some more normal colorings. Alright, so there's going to be a bunch of things in your inventory when you first start out, and I want to explain something that you should do right away. And that is to get into silent gear. You can craft, one of the first things you do in Minecraft is crafting a bed, right? So you go find yourself a few sheep, and then you kill them to get the wool, because you can't get iron fast enough. And what do we have over here? We have sheep. Excellent. Well, instead of killing the sheep, I recommend you open up your inventory and you select the blueprint package, and then you right click on it. What this is going to do is this is going to give you a bunch of blueprints from the mod Silent Gear. Now, Silent Gear is a mod that is about tool creation. And one of the first things you want to craft is the knife and tool rod. So let's just chop down this oak tree here. And I'm going to break down the whole tree because of another mod called Ore Excavator. If you hold down the tilde key, that's the one that is to the left of the number 1 on your keyboard, the exclamation mark number 1, just up and left diagonally from Q. So, alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to take the tool rod blueprint. You're always going to get the tool rod blueprint, and you're going to put 2 pieces of oak in here to get tool rods, and then you're going to place 1 plank or whatever, I think just go with wood, and get a knife. Okay, so you're going to put one of the tool rods with the knife, and you get a wooden knife. Alright, so now we're going to chop down another tree. Another oak tree is fine. Whatever, you just need the logs this time. So you don't want planks, you want the logs. Alright, take the logs, and you're going to make just 1 craft of this. You're going to put your knife next to the oak log, and you're going to craft 6 template boards. So take out the rest of them for now. You don't need more than 6 at the moment. Alright, in your crafting recipe up here, put the templates, and I'll explain these here in just a moment. The templates in a diagonal pattern like this, and a stick in the corner like that. It can be up here. No, it can't. It's got to be like this. And that's going to get you the shears template. Now, you'll notice right away that the blueprint and the template are different. The template is a one-time use. Blueprint is an unlimited use. So you'll notice that I did not lose the knife blueprint, and I did not lose the tool blueprint. But when I use the shears blueprint, template, I'm going to lose the template here. So that's going to give me oak wood shear blades, and I'm going to take one of my tool rods and put them together, and then I'm going to get oak wood shears. Well, now, the very first thing in the game, I have shears, and I can come up to this and get that, and then I can find another one. Where did they go? Where did they go? They must have wandered. Are they over here? Nope, those are pigs. There's a chicken. There they go. They walked off over here. I just need one more. Alright. So that gives you a bed straight away. So let's go ahead and make a crafting table. We all know how to make a crafting table. And we're going to make ourselves a bed straight away. Okay. So that's going to be one of the first things you should do when you get into this mod pack. Silent Gear is pretty fun. You can upgrade the mods. You can upgrade the tools as you get better equipment. And I'll explain that as we go. But right now, we're going to go look for somewhere better to live. I don't feel like living by the colored purple trees. So if you hit J, you can open up your journey map. You can close this. It's just asking for donations, and you can use scroll wheel to zoom in if you want. And the cool part about journey map is it gives you this map of the world that you're in. It's pretty cool. And it lets you set markers that you can see in the world and go to. So I'm going to say I want to go over here, and I can double click on this, and it sets I'm just going to say destination. And it sets a marker there on my map. Well, if you look in that direction, it's there in the world, and it tells you how far away it is. It's 256 blocks away. So we're going to head this direction, and see if we can find anything useful along the way. There's tons of stuff useful that I can see, but we're not going to talk about it right now. So we're just going to head on in here and see if there's like... I'm looking for just a really cool place to build. We can find all of the resources we need later. I'm definitely grabbing... I want to kill this chicken. I will tell you why later. Smart chicken, hiding in the grass. Alright, we get a feather? Perfect. Is this another chicken? Great. I want about 2 feathers. This is just a regular chicken as well. I'm gonna get 3 feathers. Sorry, buddy. Oh, you're cute. You're cute. I'm gonna leave you alone. Alright. 2 feathers should be enough. That's gonna be one of the early mods we get into, is messing with chickens. Alright. These waypoints, if you have your cheats on, I just want to show you something about the cheats. If you want to use the cheats, you can right click anywhere on the map and teleport. This option is not available if you do not have cheats turned on. So you can create waypoints this way. You can just double click like I did earlier and it automatically does it. You can also, if you select this button here, this is all your waypoints, and you can teleport to it. I'm not going to be doing any of that stuff, but I do want you to know that that is an option if you have cheats enabled. Journey map is pretty cool. Now you can set waypoints in any dimension. Oh, this is a great find. We're going to let those grow. So I'm just going to name this. I'm just going to put down another waypoint, and we're going to name this web tree. That's very useful early on. Okay, so how I did that was, again, I just walked up to the block that I wanted it on, hit J, go to my waypoints, down here I hit new. That's just the most reliable way to make a waypoint exactly where you want it. Well, now that we've reached this destination waypoint, we can just remove it. So again, I hit J, went down here to my waypoints. There's tons of options you can do around this. So if you want to change the theme, make all these look a little bit different, you can do that. You can do all kinds of stuff. So delete map, save map, auto map, automatically explore. Nah, we're not messing with any of this, okay? I'm just messing with the waypoints. Over here on the left hand side is follow, so it centers on you. You can zoom in, zoom out. Again, you can do that with a scroll wheel. You can look at specific coordinates if you want. I don't want to do that right now. Up at the top here, we can set it to night. Does not actually set anything to night. It just sets the map to night. It lets you look at the biome, which is kind of cool. It lets you see certain kind of resources, the topography of the map, higher elevation versus lower elevation, cave layers if you wanted to look at those, and then we can show caves. I don't want to show caves. I like to keep it on day because it lets us see what we're doing. You can show hostile mobs, show animals, show pets, etc., 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 right? You can take the grid off if you don't want that. What the grid is that it's a chunk border. So if you wanted to know if you were in a chunk or not, I am on the border of this chunk and this chunk. So that's what the grid lines are for. And then of course, there's a keys down here for what the different key bindings do. If you want to turn that on, take it off, whatever you want to do. And this is for another mod that we have that we will not talk about at the moment. Okay, so this is how I like it. I like having my grids on. I like having the chunks seen. And I like it in the day setting. So we're going to come down here. We're going to remove this destination waypoint. And I'm actually going to set another waypoint over here. Another way you can do it is just right click, go to waypoints, create waypoint. I'm going to call this village. And in here, so let me do that again. You can set the color of what you want it to be, right? You can mix it, match it, whatever you want to do. And then there's a bunch of options over here we will not go over at the moment, but this is it. So we can random color, all that stuff. So I'm going to set that village marker over there so that I know that there's a village, and then we're going to sleep. Now, up on the top right-hand corner, that's the mini map for Journey Map. Below, you'll see the coordinates that you currently are. This used to be found in F3. Now, you don't have to do that anymore. It's just right below your map there, your mini map on the top right-hand corner. Below, that's the name of the biome that you're in. It's very helpful to find biomes. And then at the top is the clock. You can sleep at 10:27. Once it turns 10:27, you can sleep. Now, I see something over here that I really want to keep track of. This is a vanilla bee nest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a marker here down. I'll call this vanilla bees. Okay. We will be getting into bees very early. Is there another one over here? Let's see, part of that same beehive. Okay. Very good. All right, let's head over to the village and see if we can find something useful in the village. Our inventory is getting quite full already, so we need to find somewhere to settle down already. Here's another bee nest. Oh wow, look at that guy. That's a boss. We want to stay away from him. He's very powerful. He will kill us. So I'm going to put another bee nest here. Call it vanilla bees, bee nest, whatever you want to call it. If you want to edit something, you can come in here and you can edit it. So vanilla bees, I'm going to edit that. Call it bee nest. And yes, you can have two that are the same name. That is totally fine. There's lots of great things in here. All right, so that guy, he's highlighted like he's been shot with a spectral arrow. That is part of the apotheosis mod. We want to stay away from blue bosses early on. We will definitely get strong enough to take them on. In the overworld, green bosses show up the most often, and blue ones are a little rare. But they are more powerful and provide better gear. Okay, we could have come here and stolen a bed. That is an option. But I want to look in all of these inventories and see if we find anything good. A couple looms, that's cool. Any bees back here? No. Alright, let's see what's in here. Nothing. Okay, here's a grindstone. I do want that. Oh yeah. There we go. I just got gear and a diamond and gold, 2 diamonds and a relic. Wow, that's a hunter's belt. Okay, that's really cool. This is a mod just by itself. It's called relics. And these give you different things that you can equip that are powerful. You can level them up by spending experience and levels. And they have special abilities. Most of them have an option. You can choose between one or the other and max one out, or you can choose to invest in both a little bit. Now, to equip this is a belt, and we don't have a belt slot here. To equip it, we have a mod called Curios, and Curios gives us a list of additional things over here. So I can put my helmet over here if I wanted to. No, I can't. That's for something else. Can I put my boots on my feet? No. Okay, cool, good. Well, anyway, as you can see, there's a belt spot down here. Just take your belt or whatever you're finding and stick it down there. And now we have that equipped. What does it do? We don't know yet. So we're not going to worry about it. It just gives us extra storage, and it can give us the ability to do something, but not until we craft a table, a research table for it. You'll notice if you hover over it, it'll say you may learn more about this relic on the research table. Well, if we come over here to the right, This is a mod called Not Enough Items, NEI, or JEI, Just Enough Items. I think it's JEI. NEI was its predecessor, JEI is the current version. Anyway, doesn't matter. This is the recipe looker-upper in the game. You can type in any item in the game. Instead of coming into here and selecting on your recipe book and searching for something here, this is all vanilla stuff. You can still do this, right? So, for example, shears is there. And I can select, oh, can you look up any mod stuff too here? Oh, that's fantastic. Let's see what this is like. Research table? Nope. Okay, yeah, that's the down part about this one. All right, so shears, you can click on this and it can craft it for you, which is kind of neat. But it does not tell you the recipe here, which is kind of the downside of that. It would be really nice if that was part of the in-game and then it's just built in. But what JEI does is let you look up anything you want. So here's the research table here. It's part of the relics mod. You left click on it and it will show you the recipe. So this is the glowstone block wool. It has to be red wool. If it didn't have to be red wool, it would be changing like these are down here. When it's changing like this, that just means it can be any slab, any wooden slab, and any wooden planks. Apparently you can also use bamboo. This has to be a block of gold because it's not changing. This has to be a block of glowstone because it's not changing. And this has to be red wool for the same reason. And that will give you the research table. Now, right-clicking on the research table will show you what it's used for, what recipes it's used in. So this is not a good example. Let's go to just a crafting table, right? Left-clicking on it tells us the recipe of it. Now up here we have a bunch of different things. These are different things that use the research table, right? So I don't use this very often. I do sometimes, but not very often. And these are other things that can create different ways of making the crafting table. We can use the mod create, and we can make a crafting table that way. We can automated crafting with create as well, or we can use an uncrafting table through the Twilight Forest mod and take something that uses the crafting table in its recipe and uncraft it back into the pieces. It's a very, very awesome, useful tool. All right, so we're going to go back to the crafting. When you right click on the crafting table, it gives you what it's used for in its crafting recipes. There are 3,836 pages, 4 recipes each, of crafting tables being used in a recipe. So other uses for it other than crafting is shown here. It can be used as fuel. It smelts at 1.5 times. It can be used in an enchanting apparatus, stuff that you don't know about yet. Anyway, these are the other uses for it when you right click on it. All right. So that is JEI in a nutshell. So let's grab this. This is also part of the Apotheosis mod, the same mod that gives us those bosses. This can be socketed into gear with sockets. So for example, my gear here does not have a socket, so I cannot put that in anything. But I'm going to hang on to it because increased attack speed is pretty great. So the purity there is, there's a couple things you see here. There's a green name on the gem. That means it's a very common gem. It's not very powerful. Purity is about 37, which means it's pretty weak. And then when socketed, you're getting 15% total attack speed increased, right? So it's okay for now. It's an entry-level starter gem, and we'll just hang on to it. This is a pretty interesting building. I like how that is going on there. We've covered quite a few mods, just briefly here. This is from Immersive Engineering. This is a really cool mod that copper isn't super useful right away. Coal coke is. I'm going to come in here and see what else we can find. I already have boots. Here's another guardian gem that gives us armor. I guess so. This one's a blue gem compared to this green one, which means it's more rare. You see that the purity is a little bit higher, and the armor you get on it is higher than if it would be a green one. So maybe the green one would be 2 or 3 armor versus the 4 you get from the blue gem. I see something here? No. It's kind of a cool little building here. Yeah, I like that. Not a very good use of space, but oh, I really would like to take this iron anvil too. We may have to just come back. We know where this place is. We can come back and loot it later. I would like to find a place to build between this episode and next. Okay, so here's another. Wow! I got an orange gem straight off the bat. This is for a bow. We have to grab that. Alright. This is for a bow. It increases base draw speed, which is crazy good. Orange is the top. Orange is the top. We are also looking for this sturdy bee cage. This is very, very useful for us. So we're going to get rid of something else like a sapling. We'll keep that sturdy bee cage for sure. Alright, it's time to sleep already. I just ruined their path. I'm so sorry, guys. I hope you can fix it. Oh, that was a great find. So one of my favorite mods in here is that Apotheosis mod, and it adds lots of adventure into this mod pack. I'm really excited about it. So we are going to be doing some boss fighting. We're going to be doing some gear looting and upgrading. And here's a purple one. Wow. Okay, we're just getting super lucky. That's great. I will put this back. I do want these as well. The flowers. Excuse me, sir. Could you move? Thank you. He wants me to buy his diamonds. Not today. Not today. Do I have pants? I do not have pants. That's great. Let's put our pants on. We'll take that back. Nickel nugget, lead nugget. We don't need those yet. We can come back for those. Iron is great. Engineer's crafting table. This is great. You can find a lot of really, really great things just by exploring a little bit. That's half of the fun in this mod pack, I think, is just exploring a lot, seeing what you can find. There's a bunch of different buildings and stuff that you can go into and loot in there, fight bad guys, and very fun. These little huts don't have anything in them, so I think we're done looting this for now. We're gonna keep the waypoint there, so that way we can come back to it. All right, one of the requirements for me, this is perfect right here. This is near water. It's relatively low number of trees. It's near-ish a village. This looks like a pretty decent place to settle down. Let's come over here and see if what's on the other side of those hills / mountains. So we're in a shrubland. This shrubland kind of sucks. I don't really want to build there. I think I did see a tree that I need in here over by the bees. There's a specific tree that I need, and it looks like it's not super common, so I'm definitely gonna have to go back and grab that. That's another one that we need right there. I will tell you as I go through. I'll tell you which ones we need and which ones aren't. Is that a dark forest? That would be very fortunate. I love dark wood. No, it doesn't look like it. But there is something in the game called a nature's compass, and we can use the nature's compass to find. Oh, that's fairly loud. To find different biomes. So if I wanted to find a dark oak forest, I could put that in there and go find it. It's another one we need right there. The little swirlies on them is stuff that we're going to need. That's for a little magic mod. This is a pretty cool elevation. I like this. It lets us be a little bit more unique with our builds, not just all on a flat surface. We'll have some a little bit higher than the others, build paths, stairs, all that kind of thing. And it looks like we have a built-in dungeon, which is kind of cool. I think maybe this space over here might be a little bit better. Let's go check this out. I'm going to show you guys how to use all of the different mods. Don't worry, we're going to go through them all. And then I will... Oh, there's another blue boss down there, and it's a witch. Wow, that sounds horrible. I would like very much to put together a bunch of videos outside of this series that explain all the different mods and what they do. One of the things that I've noticed about watching all the different mod spotlight videos, what they're called, that are on YouTube, and all the various different names that people give them, but they're all the same. They don't tell you what the mod is for. They'll say, hey, this mod, you can do this, this, and this is how you start it, and blah, 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 blah. But they don't say, hey, this mod is for moving items and resources, or this mod is for, oh, we found a waystone. That's great. I'm definitely going to bookmark that and steal that later. New waystone. Cool. These are how we teleport around the world without cheating. So, yeah, that's great. So anyway, when I cover the mods, I would like to say, you know, first of all, this is what this mod is for. This is why this mod exists. And then this is how you start it, this is how you use it, and this is what like a best case scenario would look like for this. You know, we have everything we need nearby. This is great. I really like plains. I like building in the plains. So let's center on ourselves. And there's a huge space here. What's that? We're just gonna leave it in numbers. We're gonna head this direction. I want to see what that is, and then I'm gonna call it for this episode. This first episode is basically just to get started, find some resources. Definitely need to turn that down. That was super loud, and so was the water. Maybe the environmental settings. Anyway, now that we found where we're going to settle, we can start building. And that's another mod we want nearby. That's really nice. You're probably not going to find everything you need in one spot, which is kind of the point of this mod pack. I have ways for you to find everything that you need. Anyway, so yeah, the point of this first episode is just to get going, show you how to get started, get that early bed, explain a few things, the journey map, the settings, all those kinds of things. Kind of early game stuff, a little bit of playthrough. Awesome. So we have access to lava. We have access to magma blocks here in the overworld. And, oh, that's fantastic. Nether bananas right away. Oh, here we go. All right, so this is a stalwart gold helmet of health. Explosive damage taken is reduced by 5%, so that's going to protect me from creepers. When attacked, gain resistance. This item ignores 16% of durability damage, which means it's going to last for a lot longer. It's got life mending, which, okay. So I can use like a healing spell or a healing potion and it'll actually repair the item. That's really cool. That's just a normal gold helmet. And then here's some blessed leggings of iron. Golden leggings of iron. Okay, that makes sense. Same thing, life mending, and then here's some rebounding. Okay, so melee attackers may find themselves much further away. So I don't really like rebounding, unless I'm doing like all range. And we got access to crimson iron right away. That is busted. That is busted, y'all. Okay. And here's some regeneration to repair all our stuff. That is a mega find. Whoa, stay off of that. I think there's another one in here, maybe. There's a gold block for sure. That's very, very useful for us. straight away. I think there's more in here, but that's a great find. So we're going to keep this waypoint for a minute. And I might settle here. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. And I saw some vanilla bees back here. All right, so what I'm going to do between this episode and the next is I'm going to build my house. Is that another village? Guys, that's great. That is great. Village. Not village. Village. There we go. All right, that's great. So we're gonna keep that there. We'll loot that, clean that place up a little bit, take all those resources and move them back. Yeah, here's some vanilla bees here, a vanilla nest, a bee nest, and yeah, this is a great spot to build. I think right in here. We can build a bunch of buildings nearby. Oh, this is cool. This is a little bumblebee nest. That's great. I'm gonna mark that. We'll use that. So what I would do is I would mark all of the nests that you find. They've got this little circle in the middle of them here. You'll find them in gravel, you'll find them in dirt, you'll find them in stone, and you'll find them in wood. Now, you'll grow some oak trees. Let's say you plant like some oak trees, and you grow up an oak tree. You'll even find these nests in the trees that you grow. So be careful when you grow a tree. If you break the nest, it's not a big deal. You can just re-put it back down. But you'll find oak. Like if for example you're wanting to find an oak nest, you could just grow a bunch of trees and you'll make one. It's kind of neat and an easy way to do it. All right, yeah, we're definitely settling here. So between episodes, I'm gonna build a house, and I'm going to get settled, and then I'll be back. Actually, before I do that, I want to show you some useful tools. So let me put down a chest here. I do want to do that before we go, because you're gonna need to know that between episodes. Okay, let's grab all the wood here, and we're gonna put down that, and let's make a bunch of chests. So you can take the oak logs and make chests that way, or you can break them down into planks and make chests that way. Whatever you want to do. Now you'll notice I just stuck these right next to each other. This was an update 13, I think 13 or 14 did that. So if you're new to Minecraft since 12, the last time we played together, that's something new that is added to Minecraft, which is fantastic. You can put chests right next to each other, no problem. All right, so let's dump all of this extra stuff that we don't need in here. Just dump all that in there. Okay, we're gonna keep all of this out here, and I'm gonna show you how to make tools with silent gear. Okay, you're gonna take your tool rod blueprint, and you can put in whatever material. We're gonna start with wood because why not? Now I have 2 down here, but we know we're gonna need more than 2. Take your axe blueprint, and you'll need 3 of whatever resource there, and that gives you a pickaxe head. Now all you have to do is take that pickaxe head and a tool rod, put them together, and now you have a pickaxe. Okay, it's just it's the same, right? It's 2 pieces of wood to make sticks, and then 3 pieces of wood to make the pickaxe. So as far as resources go, it's the exact same. Now here's what's different. Let's come down here. We'll come over here. Now here's what's different about silent gear. You can come up to your cobblestone, collect your cobblestone, take your pickaxe head, right? So this is how you would normally make a pickaxe, is 3 of these and 2 sticks, but it's just the pickaxe head, and you can put your pickaxe in here and upgrade it to a stone pickaxe. It's going to replace the wooden pickaxe head, and it's going to give you the wooden pickaxe head back, which is wonderful. Now all you have to do is do that same thing for all the other tools that you want. So We're going to get the shovel. This only takes one because it does in vanilla as well. One tool rod. Okay. The axe takes 3 in vanilla, so we're going to do the same thing there with a tool rod. And then the sword takes 2 to get the sword blade, and we're going to do a tool rod. Now we are fully equipped. So we've got our sword, axe, shovel, and pickaxe. With these tools, you can go upgrade them to stone. Now, check this out. I'm going to come over here and chop down this. No, I don't want to chop down that tree. Those trees are not useful. One of the downsides where I'm at right now is there is no trees. I like that though. I can plant my own trees. There we go. We're going to go chop down that tree right there. Now be careful with upgrading too fast too soon. Because the way to repair these items is by using the material that the pickaxe, that the head is made out of, to repair it. So I'm gonna hold the tilde key and mine it and drop it all down. We're gonna plant some trees here, and this took durability, right? So now, to repair this, you don't just take this and stick it in here and it's fully repaired. What you have to do is you have to craft something called a repair kit. We know that the mod is called Silent Gear. I can either do repair kit like this and look for what I'm doing, or if you want to look at the mod specifically, you can do @ and then Silent Gear, right? To get only Silent Gear items showing over here in JEI. Well, the repair kit that we want to make is this very crude repair kit. To make this, you just need a piece of something, a stick, and 5 of these. I think it has to be stone or diorite. So let's go find some. I don't think it can be cobblestone. Do you have anything useful here? Even andesite or diorite or marble. This is very dangerous coming in here. I don't see anything off the bat. No, that's copper down there. Let's go look over here. We want to make this repair kit, and this is really important because if you're going to be building between this episode and next with me, you're going to need to know how to repair your tools. It's not gravel. Aha. Let's grab one of these. We'll grab 4 of these. Because I don't know if it needs to be polished or what. It's kind of a cool little cave. We can make that into like the basement of our house or something. That's kind of neat. I like that. Alright, so we're going to come over here and we're going to make some more of these template boards. Now if you remember how to make these, we just take the oak log and we'll just grab one more of these. Okay. Now let's try it without we'll try it without putting those together, making a polish. So 1 stick, 1 piece of granite, and then 5 of these boards. Yes, that works. Cool. All right, so to fill this up, all you do is you got to put whatever resource in here that you want, and it'll tell you that you're filling it up. So now if you do one at a time like this, you can do this, right, if you want. A faster way is take all of these and put them in here like this and fill it up that way. I think that's probably too many. There we go. And that fills it up fully. Okay, we're going to stop there. I'll explain more of these really fun pieces of this mod in our next episode. That should give you enough information to get you started. That should get you enough information to get your tools made and to know how to repair them. What I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be upgrading these to stone and then filling these with cobblestone, right? So I'm not going to be using wood very long. And repairing these is as easy as placing this in here, and it's going to consume some of this repair kit to repair that. So that's how that works. All right, guys, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next episode.